sun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us. No more no R&Us. The bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove because I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. The winner moves on to the AFC Championship game. This should be some battle. Off we go here in the divisional round. First and 10. First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Like 13, like 13.
Levis to throw on first and 10. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. He's across midfield. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early,
and he will score. Tony Pollard, touchdown Tennessee. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Right to the air. It's Mayfield. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. has DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On second down, Baker to the goal line and in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Vegas.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here's Tajay Spears. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Like 5-4. Odd. Like 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Levis. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Like 13.
Throwing on second down, Levis. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. The Titans sending out their punter. Back 8 for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for the former Bulldog, Zamir White. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout.
Hey, alert 33. Cut.
Baker going to hand it to White. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it'll be 2nd down.
One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air? They almost turn into offensive players with their ability to track it, and this is a great example here why.
That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And the Raiders are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. They'll run with White. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's White. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. L'Jarius Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 0, Mike 0.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Levis. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing is Mayfield. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. To throw is Mayfield. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Las Vegas.
One quarter in the books in this AFC divisional playoff. 10-7 is the score. We're back in Music City after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. On play action, Mayfield. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it. And not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
Second and a yard. They'll go again with White. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw. This one up top for Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And that is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
49.
On first down, Levis. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down. From the gun, it's Levis. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Levis. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Levis. He's got it! He is in! Connie Wilson! Touchdown Titans! Dicker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Titans are on top. It's 14-10. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now here's Aaron Jones. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and 6. Mayfield. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Regular.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. This throw right side is caught by Adams. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the right side and incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Baker to throw. And he'll take it on in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Raiders. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The kick is good.
And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
54, Mike 54.
Here's Levis. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
Here we go.
Now Levis. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Mike 54.
Levis to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
This one is caught downfield by Ridley. That's his first grab in this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Mike 49.
Pollard. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. It looked like the Titans were able to get back on this one. Indeed, they did so. Tennessee keeps the ball.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Yeah. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Back. Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
On first down is Mayfield. Back to the sideline and intercepted.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Like 54, like 50. Diamond. Put head.
Levis. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 32 yards.
Down, 22 Rita.
Levis to throw it here on first down. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
On the return, it is Trey Tucker. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. So we are at halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. These two teams fighting to get to that AFC Championship game next Sunday. Back to it here, the third quarter underway. First and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another run here with White. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first down, right back to White. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Baker. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is such a challenging route for any defender to guard, Mike, and here's why. It's really a three-way go. I can either run into the flat, I can either sit and stop and just find open space, or in this case, the defender overcommits. I could break back across his face to...
And he will get into the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Like 54.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Slayton is the man in motion. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Levis. He's got his tight end. That's a Okonkwo. 17 yards on that connection. 1st down for Tennessee.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed.
And he will go all the way. Okonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee. Point after now from Dicker. It's up and through. And the Titans go up by 3. It's 27-24. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Drive begins with a run by White. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Harold Landry there on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. On 2nd down, a run with White. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence there on the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They go play action with Mayfield. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Tight end going in motion here. On the ground, it's White. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On 2nd down, Baker. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
It is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And it's going to lead to 4th down. The Raiders have their punt team out there. Jaquan Jackson deep to return. A fair catch taken here. And it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
22 Linda. Like 5-4.
Throwing is Levis. Shaheed with the catch. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
2nd and 7. Levis to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Adoree Jackson gets a hand on it to make the play.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on and on.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Alvin Ridley. Touchdown, Titans. Dicker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Titans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Mayfield. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll run here. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll run. White, 1st down and much more. And he will score. Game on. Zamir White, touchdown Vegas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Spears now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll run here with Pollard. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line. 4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead.
It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Mike zero! Tracy!
They'll go back to Pollard on first down. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Hold on, like 90. Hold on, 0-0.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On first down, Levis. His pass taken in by Shaheed. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's Pollard running left. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Tony Pollard, touchdown Tennessee. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here is 1st and 10.
Hey, come on, alert! Come on, alert!
Now Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The second down throw is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Regular.
They'll drop to throw. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
1st and 10, and they give it to Pollard. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Pollard. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. So, it's a win here for the Titans. They are moving on as the #1 seed. Victory means they locked out another home date next weekend as they look to